What if I told you the free deck you get from the password is actually pretty good in Dear Days? Today, let's take a look at Vyrgilla, which is of course the deck that you get for free by entering the password inside of the shop, which is applejuice9590. I made a whole video of things you have to know before you start playing Dear Days, and that is one of the things included there, so make sure you watch that video if you haven't already. But Vyrgilla is the unit used by the main character of one of the Vanguard mangas, which is Skyride. The grade 3 form has an ability to Energy Blast 3, energy being the resource that you get every single turn 3 of, to choose an opponent's rearguard and bind it, and then revive one of your grade 2s from drop. And when he attacks, he counterblast 1 to also stand one of your grade 2 rearguards. It's a very simple to use ability. In terms of what that comes with, one of the main grade 2s you're going to use this ability with is going to be the Ezerwur. He is sort of like Vyrgilla's partner. He has the mate unit keyword, which only exists on this card alone, so it's kind of funny that they made it just for this. So he cannot be ridden and can only be called to rearguard circle or guardian circle if you have a Vanguard with Vyrgilla in its card name. So it doesn't actually have any other effects, but it is a 15,000 power 15,000 shield unit. So what that means is that basically, even when you call him down on turn 2, he'll be 15k shield as an intercept, and you can keep reviving him every turn. So it basically means you have another 60k shield in your deck that other decks don't actually have access to, that you can keep looping as well. He also comes partnered with a grade 1, which is the Cosmore, which is a grade 1 that when he boosts the Ezerwur, you energy charge 1 once per turn, and when your Ezerwur would stand, then he also stands as well. So this means that your columns will always be restanding. So you know your Ezerwur is 15 boosted by 8 to 23, so you always get at least another 23k attack coming in. You can power this up using the Vanguard. This is a grade 3 that when you call it on rear, Soul Blasts 1 to choose himself and Ezerwur and buff them both by 5k, but if your opponent's on grade 3 or greater, it's 10k instead. And after you have played an ultimate skill this turn, which is the order card of this deck, while he's in the front row, you can put him to the soul at the end of your turn to draw a card and countercharge 1. So this way you get soul resources to pay for his own effect in the future, as well as also drawing cards and countercharging, because you do counterblast of course for the Vyrgilla, but also for the ultimate skill itself. The ultimate skill is just basically a trait of the normal orders. Normal orders are basically spell cards in Vanguard Dear Days, or just in Vanguard in general. You counterblast 1 to play this as long as you have a Vyrgilla Vanguard, to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and call a card that is the same grade as your Vanguard or lower, and then shuffle your deck. And then you give your Vanguard the ability. The first one doesn't really matter because it says when your rearguard will be retired by your opponent's card ability, you can basically search for another unit. So that only happens during your turn, so it doesn't really do too much in standard. This is more just like a thing that happens in the manga that they wanted to recreate with this card. But the important part is that this gives your Vanguard plus 3k power for every normal unit on your rear and in your drop until end of turn. This means that even if you just have a full board, this is a plus 15k to your Vanguard, but it also counts your drop. So the scaling gets really, really crazy. And this is a grade 2 order, so you can make your Vanguard super huge on turn 2. And that's one of the strongest parts about this deck, is that its turn 2 is ridiculous. The ride line itself, the grade 1 says that when you would ride from ride deck, you can Soul Blast 1 instead of discarding 1 when this guy's on the Vanguard circle. So for your turn 2 ride, you don't discard, you just Soul Blast 1, which is really good. And you also get plus 2k for every one of your rearguards. If you go second, you can actually call down a whole board basically to aggro your opponent, and he's also going to scale too. The grade 2 Vyrgilla basically says that if you have 4 more rearguards, you can reveal the Vyrgilla in your ride deck, the grade 3, to get a crit. So not only do you have a huge Vanguard column from playing the order, but you also have an extra crit on it, which is really, really good. And when you ride over it with the Vyrgilla grade 3, you basically get to search your whole deck for any grade 2 you want. And that does include both the Stardust Blade order, as well as, of course, the Ezerwur, which is the mate. And it also includes the Regulus piece, Union the Skies. This is a Blitz order, which is a type of order that you play during your opponent's turn. And it's also a Regulus piece, which are types of cards that you can only play 1 copy of in a deck. So if you play Pokemon TCG, this is kind of like a spec. There's a bunch of different kinds, but this is one of the best ones that you can use defensively. When you would play it as an order by counterblasting 1 or energy blasting 3, you draw a card, remove it from game, and also it counts as a 15k shield. But if you bind a card with the same name as your Vanguard from soul or drop, it becomes a 25k shield instead. So it gets better as the game goes long. And also, if you were to discard this from hand while riding from the ride deck, you can also counterblast 1 and soul or energy blast 3 to draw a card and then remove it. So it also basically gets you back resources whether you use it offensively or defensively. So you can also fetch that from the ride line. And then one more grade 2 that we play, which is the Latifa. This one doesn't come with a deck, but you can craft it pretty easily. It basically says that when you call it, other than by unit card's ability. So for example, you cannot activate this if you revive this from Vyrgilla's effect. But as long as you played a normal order this turn, you can Soul Blast 1 to look at top 5 and call a card that is grade equal to or lower than your Vanguard, or add an order to your hand. So this basically allows you to build up a board on turn 2 because you can essentially play Stardust Blade to look at top 5 and call something, and then if you call, for example, a Tifa, then she can call another thing. Just keep in mind that it does cost Soul, which you are using for your red line as well. The other grade 2 that uses Soul is the Industance Dragon. When you call him, if you have a Vyrgilla Vanguard, you Soul Boss 1 to look at top 7 for the ultimate skill order and add it to your hand. Sadly, you don't get refunded the resources if you whiff this, so if you whiff it, it's too bad. But once you're on grade 3, he also gains boost, so he becomes a 10k booster they can put behind your Front Vita for really good numbers. We're also playing 2 copies of the Justina. She basically is a card that lets you discard a card when you call her to search your deck for an order card and discard it, and then when you would play it from drop, it goes to bottom of the deck instead, so you don't really lose the order either. It's basically just like an extra 2 copies of your Stardust Blade. Overall, you want to play this deck really aggressively, and that's why we're also playing Shenri. She basically says that as long as your opponent has 1 or less rear guards or you played an order this turn, she's a 13k booster that goes to Soul end of battle to draw a card. She's really good because you're able to basically just put out a huge field just with your Ezreal and the Cosmore, and then like a Shenri plus like any other grade 2 that you have, and then you can actually proc the grade 2 Vyrgilla's effect. So generally speaking, this deck does not want to really play games past turn 4. You try to win on like turn 3 as early as possible. And I especially recommend this deck if you're playing the story mode, because in story mode you can really bully a lot of the early AI and just win with this deck on turn 2 really easily. And that's why the trigger lineup is also very aggressive with 8 crit 3 fronts. We are running regular amount of PGs with 3 of the regular PGs and the 1 Elementary Sanctitude, which is one of the only other cards that you do have to craft that doesn't come for free. That is a deck explanation. I hope that you are able to follow it. Before we get into the game, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, as I'll be putting out a lot more of these ranked gameplay videos for Dear Days 2, which you definitely do not want to miss out on. Without any further ado, let's get into the fight. Oh, match with an opponent. Let's go. Ooh, they got the Now deck box. I want that. Now so pretty, bros. Our company's doghouse shoots enemies. I love that message so much. You don't understand. All right. I believe. I think I still want to go first. It looks like they're playing Varga. Ooh, only Shenri opens? Shenri's good, but I need... Okay, we got Ezreal. That's fine. I don't have the order. I don't have the order. It's kind of L. Kind of debating if I want to pick up the character sleeve DLC. Ooh, nice. We found an order searcher. That's good. All right, so... Oh, the discard? I think we just ditch a trigger. We just play aggressive here. I think that's good. Get energy generator and just pass. So next turn's gonna be really good because we can... but I only have 1 soul, so it's like if I don't draw into the order, I have to use the order search to try to find it. And if I don't get to use the order, then I'm just like screwed. I need to use the order. I guess that is one of the differences for people that haven't played like actual Vanguard recently and they just played Dear Days, is that one of the differences is that, you know, you choose who goes first now after you win dice roll. Oh, okay, they're playing the actual Varga red line. Sleeves come with a fighter's pass? Really? What sleeves do you get for the fighter's pass? I didn't actually know that. Damn, they're giving me a reason to buy the fighter's pass early. No. I thought these ones are like you have to buy separately. Or so I thought. Oh, you get all the character sleeves with the fighter's pass? Oh, then it's worth it to... Then you actually get a bit more from it. I don't remember how it was in Dear Days 1. Okay, they got shooters. Actually not going pretty... They're not doing much on turn 1, which I feel like if you're going second with Varga, you should be playing quite aggressively. Personally, I think so. Alright. Get that heal. He came in with a deluxe edition. It should be there then. Alright, let's ride up. Using the effect of the Vyrgilla, we can ride without paying the cost by just soul blasting 1. Alright, and now the important part is, do we whiff this top 7? This top 7 is everything. Please don't whiff. I beg you. Please don't whiff. I beg you. It whiffed. GG's. It's over. It's over. End of the world. No. We can still make 4 units, but they're not going to be the best. I mean, I'll just make 2 of this guy. We're going first, so I don't have to worry about Varga wiping out my board as much. And I can still get the 2 crit, I guess. Alright. All my luck went to Pokemon TCG Pocket, pulling 3 freaking immersives from 30 packs. Oh no. Yeah, we don't get the big power from the order, which is kind of unfortunate, but... We go rear first. Vanguard's 23, so... Okay, they're taking it. As long as they don't hit freaking OT on first damage. Whoa, secret foil Varga, damn. Facing all the whales, bro. Let's go. Alright. Keep flexing it up. I'm gonna flex this for the next month, bro. I'm gonna call my family and tell them about it. Alright, 23 2 crit. Even 15k is not 2 to pass for this, so... Forces the PG on turn 2! I don't even have the extra power. I didn't even play the order. Okay. Just built like that. If we can hit a crit here, though. Okay, Latifah's okay. As long as we can find the order next turn. That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. I can find the order off the ride line search, though, so... And then I get a soul from the Shenri here. So then I can, like, do double Latifah next turn. It's pretty good. The fact that you get this whole deck for free. Oh, we got the Cosmore. Nice. Now we get another 15k swing. Ooh, okay. We got to take 2 cards out of hand and we dealt 2 damage this turn too. Actually, very good start. Next turn we're gonna explode with power because we get to search the order for, like, you know, confirmed order search. And like my grade 2s are actually 15k, so they're like, if I go first, you can't swing into my rears. They're just standing there menacingly. Ditch the draw, goes into the Boulder Axe. So I'm gonna use the Blaze Ember. This one calls himself out. Oh, you don't put it behind Vanguard usually, though. Usually I would suggest putting it here. Like, you want to use it as an attacker because it becomes a 10k. Unless he has nothing else to call. But if you have like a Shura, which I think they drive check, I think you should be calling the Shura down here to like try to push some pressure. If you only do 1 swing here, and if you do only 1 swing, I think you should swing rear guard. I think my opponent actually just doesn't know what my deck does. So I will happily take this. Happily take this attack. Because I need 2 CB this turn. Okay, the front is kind of whatever. Not exactly on topic, but it's also fine. Alright. It's time to do some crazy stuff. I guess we're not going to use the Latifah, so I can discard her pretty much like without thinking. Goodbye, Latifah. I'd like to find a Shenri off of this order. So the grade 2 allows me to search my whole deck for any grade 2. So the grade 2 we'll find is, of course, the order. Let me get that. Let me get that. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, searchy search. And then we get to Counterblast 1. We CB1. Stardust Torpedo! Ooh, nice. We got the grade 3. That's very important. Do I want the grade 3 more than the grade 1, though? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do want to call this. Just because it's like, he's a very good attacker and it gives me soul as well. So this way we can Soul Blast 1 here, and then he's gonna buff himself and the rear guard that I can restand here. Alright. And then we can just swap these around and then use the Izarwur later as well. And then I need to check my drop here because I can revive 1 for 3 energy. I'm thinking I could theoretically, here's what I'm thinking. We call this guy here, right? That retires that dude. And then we pay Energy Blast 3 from Vyrgilla's effect here. Dun, dun, dun. We bind the grade 1. And then I can revive this guy. And then he can boost on this side. That's pretty good, right? I think it's pretty good. Alright. I think we're kind of balling. 40k Vanguard. I like what I'm seeing. So now this can swing for 20 and it's gonna, or 28, and it's gonna restand with a whole column when I restand on the Vanguard swing. And we get an energy too, so it's pretty good. This deck really feels like it's good on whether it goes first or second, but especially going first, I guess. Like the power lines you make are just so good. It's not even a persona number. Yeah, it's not even persona yet. I haven't persona written. We're just swinging base value. That's just how it is. The thing is, because there are 3, they can't ignore my Vanguard swing either. So 40k is like actually pretty good pressure. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this deck, the fact that you get it for free is really good for like not just ranked, but also just like going through the story and everything. So I really recommend it to everyone. You can build it very easily just based on like the crafting materials you get from like opening Festival Booster 2024 for like a little bit. All right, 6 cards in hand, so they should be pretty tight on like, because they already used 1 PG. No guarding. Let's see if we can hit a crit here. That would be the biggest pressure we could do. Heal is good too. Heal is also good. We don't activate it. We have 2 28k swings though, so I mean, we'll just take the power for now. Just gonna take the power for now. I love the animation that Vyrgilla has as well. It looks so cool. Okay, they don't hit defensive. That's the second PG out as well. So likely they're gonna guard this one and then take the last one, I'd imagine. The fact that grade 1 restands when it's in front of the grade or behind the grade 2 is so nice. When I play video games, why do I prefer text, English or Japanese? Japanese when I want to study, otherwise English. Oh, they took that one. Damn, that's kind of surprising. All right, 38. Give me 20k shield. He should have guarded that last one though. I'm surprised that didn't want to take that one. Unless their hand is that bricked up. They have 2 personas in damage already too. It's pretty good. Yeah, this game is ranked. Online ranked. Oh, OT is out too! Oh my god! Yes, please! Dude, Vyrgilla! This deck is crazy! My man is showing me OT, PG! That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I mean, obviously they have a pretty rough hand, but the only thing is, since I don't have any PGs in hands, I might just randomly die to like to just divine skill. So hopefully let's not die to random divine skill. Alright, Boulder Axe comes out. He has 5 CV, so if he can like double Shura me, he probably just wins. But let's see if he has double Shura. I'm kind of curious. Clueless. Oh, the music! Hold up. Hold up, Dragon Empire might actually be a banger. Can you get flare in your cards now? The foiling, you mean? This is like just like the special foil you can get. But the kanji on the card is the secret rare. That's actually in IRL too. Oh, they're playing the retire grade 1 guy. Where's the whatchamacallit? The grade 1 freaking Roxy. Damn, the Dragon Empire soundtrack is pretty good, Chad. Hold up. The Dragon Empire track might be saving the entire soundtrack right now. This might be saving the soundtrack as we speak. That's crazy. Oh, this has to hit a Vanguard to do the thing? Alright. We're gonna just intercept with 15k. This track is carrying right now, bro. That's crazy. Ugh. The worst part of playing against Varga is that I'm literally at the mercy of their drive checks. I'm at the mercy of their drive checks. I'm getting cooked. Absolutely cooked, potentially. Hopefully we don't get cooked, but again, I'm at the mercy of my opponent's drive checks. I think we take the first swing, guard the second, Pray they don't check a crit. And then I get Divine Skilled and cry. Oh, here comes Varga. All right, 23. Now, if I tutor pass, they're gonna go all in. I think we just have to accept this one. They've seen 3 crits. Which isn't a crazy amount. Probably have like 1 in hand. If I get crit, I go to 4. And then I'm forced to guard that, and then I die to the... Oh, no, maybe I do have to guard this then. Let me think. The Shenri's not that important. And I can remake a board as well. Maybe we do give him no pass. I think I might have to no pass this one. Yeah, I think we no pass this one while it's still low enough. Oh, he plays the retire bird. It's like a very retire heavy Varga. Interesting. Okay. And so this way, I can take the next Varga swing, or I can basically like take one of these 2 and guard the other one, and then he doesn't get to use Divine Skill, and I win. So it's pretty good. That's like how you basically play around Varga. You have to always think about like how you go about it. Yeah, I was gonna go for that first. I will let that hit because I can go to 3. Varga's Divine Skill only activates when I'm at 4. So we're gonna take this one, get the power, and then just guard the last attack, and then he can't use Divine Skill. They're at 5 damage with 6 cards in hand. That's basically a confirmed GG. Did they change the date of the Vanguard Trio tournament? No, it should be on Saturday. All right, we just guard this one. Yeah, tutor pass would have been better to save on hand size, but like the issue is that if I tutor pass, they're basically gonna commit everything to Vanguard because of the restands. So that worked out pretty well. Oh, I should have final turn. Oops. Can I still? No, it's too late. Have to do it before you ride. All right. Do I want to gamble on trying to find the order? How many orders have I seen? Only 1, right? Do I gamble on trying to find the order, or do I just play the safe play? Because if I try to find the order, I can put a booster behind this, and then Latifah can make a board. But I guess just playing safe is better. Gamble, gamble, gamble. I feel like playing safe is better. Because we basically have game. My Vanguard's already big enough. Let's get rid of this. No, actually, I should have gotten rid of the other column, huh? Oh, I also don't have another copy of this guy, so I can't do it anyway. Alright. Pretty good. We just go into battle. Let's go gambling! No, we must. I must set a good example for the kids watching this. All the Vanguard kids that are getting into Vanguard with Dear Days 2 with the Vyrgilla starter deck from their favorite manga, Vanguard Skyride. I must make a good example for them. They probably just take this one, realistically. Try to hit like defensive over trigger or something and then survive. Otherwise, I think there's like no hope. They're taking it. All right. Does it confirm hit? All right. GG's. This deck is really, really good. I'm genuinely so impressed with it. It's fast. It's good. It's very straightforward. You really can't go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. Yeah, true. My opponent's OT was already out. They guarded with it. Like turn two asking for a PG is just so good, right? It's so good. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that ranked game, really showing off how powerful Vyrgilla can be. Make sure you check out these other Dear Days 2 videos as well, such as other ranked gameplay, as well as my story playthrough of the game as well. Thanks for watching.